The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to Gail in Tampa. Hey, Gail, what's going on?
Hey, love your program. You're amazing.
How long you been listening?
Oh, my gosh. Well, off and on for about maybe, 6 to 7 years.
Oh.
I mean, just on the radio. Didn't understand the TV. And then I go out to Seattle once a year. We have a trading club out there.
Okay.
And then he started talking in class about your book, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's the guy that I listened to in Florida. And then I started watching your TV live, and it's just amazing. I need to become a tigress.
Well, you're already a tigress. See, you've been out there 6 years. See, once you check in to TFNN, you can't check out. It's like Hotel California. It's pretty sick, I know.
No, it's great. And I have some gold I want to try to get over to you, and then I want to buy some coins for my grandkids. So I appreciate what you're doing. I think it's amazing. You're just really amazing. Thank you very much.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Cultivate wisdom. You don't need to accumulate knowledge to become wise. Anyone can become wise. When you become wise, you respect your body, you respect your mind, and you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart, not your head. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 194, NASDAQ up 54, S&P's up 20, gold contract up $1.60, trading at $1,651 an ounce. Silver up 30 cents at $31.68 an ounce. Platinum up $9 at $1,585 an ounce. Copper up a penny and a half at $3.64 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1.28, trading out at $104.22 a barrel. Bonds down 13 ticks at 141.15. Dollar off 22 ticks at 79.71. The euro is down 15 ticks at 131.27. And the yen is out there up 49 at trading out at 80.90. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Well, I know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at it. What do you have? Let me tell you, folks, this is a classic. I mean, it's a classic, too. You have 21 bucks. Okay, if we start from the highs on the 2nd of April, highs 1422. You go downtown, accelerated volume to 1357. Bottom line, folks, you go up 21 today with what? With 700 million. You're going into 972 million. Okay, so now what does that mean? That's a B to a C of an ABC structure on the way down. When you come off the highs with conviction, which we did, you can expect vicious bounces just like this, too. Now, the S&P got to 1392, closed at the 1390. It actually could have touched the 1394. What it was doing, specifically, is getting into the gap away. Now, let me go over to the Dow Industrials. You're going to see how these gap aways played out. Now, Dow Industrials, top line number up $1.94. Where's that going into? That was going right into the downdraft. 13,198 was the high of the downdraft. The low of the downdraft, 13,020. You know, we'll see whether it can stay in that area. NASDAQ Composite. Now, the composite, you talk about talking, walking, and squawking. Oh, man, let me tell you something. We'll look at Apple after this, but let's first look at the composite. So, what does the composite do? The composite is up 54 points. 1.5 billion versus 1.9. No way, Jose. Doesn't happen, folks. What you've done is this. On the 5th of April, what we had is this. The 5th of April, we had closed at 3,080. We opened the next day at 3,037. That was the gap away. What we did here this morning, we're trying to get into that gap. It's in there with dramatically lighter volume. can't handle it. The NASDAQ can't handle it. Now, if you want to see who really can't handle it, it's pretty amazing. The small caps. The small caps, folks, was an absolute classic. This is a monster ABC down. And what the small caps did is this. Small caps get right up into the gap down. That number was 81.45. The small caps went to 81.55. They did it with 45 million shares versus 65 million shares. That's the first part. Now, the second part gets really interesting, and this is what it is that there's two separate benchmarks. The second benchmark was the first downdraft, which was on the 12th. On the 12th, the high of that downdraft, folks, was 80.87. And you talk about distribution. Let me tell you something, folks. You better get stops in. This is distribution. It's deviance. It's all of the above. And they whacked this small cap, and they whacked it so hard. You see, intraday at the highs, it had about 600,000, okay? Well, you know what? They sold it off with 5.4 million, okay? That's on the last bar. The second last bar was 2 million. So in the matter of 10 minutes, okay, they pushed 7 million into the market. That's distribution, I mean, in spades, big time. Now, let's go. Intel. Intel just come out with numbers. We get a lot of numbers coming out here. Intel, they closed at $28.47. That's trading at $27.75 right now. So that's only down to half a buck. But let's see what they're saying. Okay, so their earnings was 2 pennies over. The estimate was 51 cents. They took in 53 cents. That's bottom line. Top line, they took in $12.9 billion. The estimate was $12.85 billion. See, when folks look at that, they're saying, you know, the top line number is really the same, so it's like, where'd you grab another couple pennies in the bottom? You can do that anytime you want. That's the bottom line. Gross margins are 62%. Beautiful gross margins, no doubt about that. Yahoo came out with numbers. Yahoo closed at $15.01. That's trading up 24 cents right now, and that's not going to do much for Yahoo either. But Yahoo came in with some dynamite numbers. Yahoo, the estimate was 17 cents. They came in with 24 cents. That's a big number. Let's see if Big Blue is out yet. Okay, so Big Blue's coming out with numbers. Okay, so Big Blue's out with numbers. Let's see what she did. Okay, earnings estimate on Big Blue is $2.65. She came out with $2.78. That's a bottom line. Top line, $24.79 billion. They took in $24.67 billion. So they're short on the top line. Now, see that again? That's why. Okay, so IBM is trading at closed at 207.45, and it's trading. Yeah, there it is, trading at 203. No one's going to believe that. It just gave back everything, folks. No one is going to. Let me tell you something. If you know anything about a balance sheet, or just in business in general, all right, that number there. This is what's amazing to me about the marketplace. Period. That number, the top line number, they didn't make their top line number, and they're claiming their bottom line number. They beat it by 13 cents. And they raised their forecast? Yeah. See ya, don't want to be ya. It's not even close. What you have here is this. You have a classic, an absolute classic, on the small caps and on the S&P, classic ABC structure on the way down. Dow Industrials, let me just see how it was set up here. INDU. The Dow Industrials. Well, here, let me go. First, I'm going to go to the SPY. I'll go to the SPY first, the SPY, so we can see those correlations. So the SPY, what you have is that we're at 139, well, actually at 138.85 right now. That's funny. That's what it needs, too. It actually needs 138.90, and we're at 138.85. We closed at 139.05. That came in with 135 million versus 154 million versus. No, that's kind of it. And that's trading. That's trading right where a failure would be right now. The small cap, we just went through. The small cap failed big time. If we go over to the 3 Qs, and you can see that the 1, 2, 3. We go over and we take a look at the 3 Qs. What we did 45 million. She's coming at the 69 million. She hasn't tagged a number yet. So see what happens in the 3 Qs is this. When you're testing something, folks, what ends up happening is this, is that you have to get into that high, test it, and then close above it or below it. You close above it, a successful test, and wants to go higher. Close below it, have lighter volume, wants to go lower. The Qs base, let's see, what did you hit? 66.91. I got it. Okay. This is what it did. Now, this is okay. So it's the April 4th, April 5th. That's what we gapped away from it. And what the 3 Qs did, markets love to do this. It went into the lows of that first downdraft. That low was $66.91. We went to $66.99. We rejected that price, and we did that with 45 million shares versus 54 million. Now, let's go to Apple. Apple, wild. What does Apple do today? Apple's up $29. It takes back everything of yesterday. You know what you're going to have now, though, folks? What you're going to have is, and Apple came into a gap and filled the gap. What you're going to have, though, is you're going to have a high volume weekly bar on Apple. And Apple can get it to 622. 622 is 622 to 626. 626, the low of the high, is where the trigger gets bitten on Apple. We're going to be right back.
Hi, folks. Turns out my best student